Let's move to physics.
Hello students, so we are going to discuss some questions from physics section of today's evening shift, that is 28th Jan evening shift. So the first question that we have here is just a modern physics question, very easy, very basic question. As we are seeing in other shifts also, they are always asking some ratio based question. So this is again a ratio based question. What is the question saying us? If the mass of a nucleus alpha is mass of nucleus, let's say alpha, and its radius is r alpha, another mass number is beta and its radius is r beta, we need to find the ratio of r alpha to r beta. You must be knowing that the radius of nucleus is proportional to cube root of the mass number. The question is asking about the radius ratio of beta to alpha. So radius of alpha divided by radius of beta, this has to be mass number of alpha divided by mass number of beta cube root of that. The question is also providing us beta is equal to 8 alpha. So I am going to write beta as 8 alpha, cube root of this is going to be 1 by 2. Hence the correct answer of this question should be second option. Let's go to next question. The next question is based on rotation. Every shift we have observed, there is at least one question based on rotation. Some shift have seen two and more questions from rotation also. So what is the question asking us? Find the kinetic energy of the disk when the mass is falling down by 3 meter. This is a work power energy kind of question which you have to use in rotation. So let's try to solve this question. When this mass is falling down by a distance of 3 meter, gravity will do work on this. So the work done by gravity I can write as m g h. H is 3 meter here. The total work done by gravity should be giving the kinetic energy to this plus kinetic energy to this mass. If the mass here is having a velocity v and the disk has angular velocity omega at that instant, the velocity of this point where the string is in contact with the disk, that velocity has to be omega r, and that should be same as the velocity of mass. So omega r is v. Now the total work done is this expression. This should be the kinetic energy of mass, which is half mass is 3 kg into velocity of the mass square plus half moment of inertia of the disk, which I can write as half mr square. Mass in the question you can see it is 3 kg into radius square. This is moment of inertia half I omega square. This is going to be kinetic energy of the disk. If you see this expression r and omega, they are multiplied, their product is nothing but v. So I can write this expression on this side. I will have 3 square into 10, that is equal to, we can take 3 common from this expression, exactly 3 by 2 we can take common, and this r omega I am going to write as v, and v square I am also taking as common. So the first 3 I have already taken common, half I have already taken common, so this expression is nothing but 1. And in the second expression, r omega is common, 3 common, so there is only half term inside. 1 plus 3 by 2 will be 3 by 2 here, so 3 by 2 outside and 3 by 2 inside, we will have 3 by 2 into 3 by 2 into v square, that is equal to 3 square into 10. This 3 square is getting cancelled. You can see here v square is getting 40. V square is equal to 40. So value of V square we have already calculated. Now the question is asking the kinetic energy of the disk. So kinetic energy of the disk should be equal to half I moment of inertia of disk will be half m r square. R in the question is given is r, already we have calculated V using r, into omega square. So half I omega square, this is the kinetic energy of disk. The value of r omega, which is nothing but V, we have calculated to be root 40, or the square here I can substitute. This is nothing but 3 by 4 into V square is 40. So you can see this answer is 30. So answer of this question should be 30 joule. Let's see the next question. The next question is an easier one. The question is asking that measurement is taken by vernier caliper and the values of measurement is given to us. What are they asking? They are asking what can be the least count of the vernier caliper. We just need to observe what are the values which we are getting by measurement. If you see all these measurement values have values after 2 points. 2 points of decimal values are given. So the possibility of least count is 0.01 mm. The last digit that is measured should be the least count that you are observing in these readings. So the first option is wrong, the second option is correct, and similarly third and fourth option we can eliminate. So the best answer of this question is option 2. The next question is from optics. Here they are saying that if delta minimum of a prism is equal to the refracting angle of the prism. then choose what can be the range of refractive index mu of the prism. So what is given to us is that prism is in minimum deviation condition and the refracting angle of prism is equal to minimum deviation that we are observing. So delta minimum is equal to A. We know that mu of the prism can be written in terms of its minimum deviation. So sine of A plus delta minimum whole divided by 2 divided by sine A by 2. By this expression we can get the refractive index of the prism. Sine delta minimum is also A, so A plus A 2A by 2 is going to be A, and denominator I have sine A by 2. So numerator sine A, I can write this as 2 sine A by 2 cos of A by 2 whole thing divided by sine A by 2. This is nothing but 2 cos of A by 2. The value of mu in terms of prism angle we have calculated, it is 2 cos A by 2. The angle of prism can vary from 0 degree up to 180 degree. We can think like the prism angle is shifted up to 180 degree. For very small angle of prism, A is very small and cos will tend towards 1. So if this expression is tending toward the 1, then mu is tending toward 2. And if this expression is tending towards 0, when the A angle is going to be very large, let's say 180 degree, then cos will be tending to 0, then we will get mu nearly 0. So mu 0 is not possible, definitely it should be greater than 1. But if I look at the options available to me, I can definitely have mu tending to 2, and that option is given by option 2. The option 3 is saying that mu can be greater than 2. Option 4 also we can eliminate, and option 1 also we can eliminate. So definitely the correct answer of this question should be option 2. Let's go to the next question. Next question is based on Young's double slit experiment. What are they saying? They are saying two light sources of wavelength 450 nanometer and 550 nanometer. They are used in a standard YDSC experiment with slit distance 2.25 mm and distance between the slit and the screen is 1.5 meter. Then the distance from central maximum for which the minima for both wavelength will coincide. So we need to find a position where both the wavelengths are giving a minimum point. The position where you will get minima, y for minima, is given by odd multiple. Let's say that odd multiple is 2n plus 1 into lambda capital D by 2 small d. So if the minima of two wavelengths are coinciding, this expression should be same with different odd numbers and different wavelengths. See, the capital D and value of small d is given as same, so we can assume they are same. So this odd number may be different for different wavelengths. So I can say, let's say this odd number is x for the first wavelength. So x into 450 nanometer, that has to be equal to y into 550 nanometer. All the common things I have already cancelled. So if y is same, then these two expressions should be same. Here x and y are odd numbers, that should be equal to 55 by 45 or 11 by 9. So the value of this odd numbers minimum possible can be 11 and 9. So if I use this odd number value, then I can find this y minimum. So this is going to be odd number for first wavelength is 11 into lambda for first is 450 nanometer divided by 2 small d value. Capital D is also given in the question 3 by 2 and small d is 2.25. We can solve this expression, we can calculate this. This is very easy to calculate. 2.25 is 9 by 2, you can write 9 by 2 and you can solve, and after solving we are getting 1.65 mm. Let's go to the next question. Next question is again a easy question, but little bit of calculation is there. The question is asking that beam of power 2 microwatt is hitting a metal surface. Beam consists of photon of wavelength 662 nanometer. Find the number of photons striking per second. So we know that total power can be written as number of photon falling per second into energy of each photon. Hence, number of photon per second which is falling on the surface should be power, which is 2 microwatt divided by energy of each photon. Energy of photon I can write in terms of Sc by lambda. H Planck constant is 6.63 10 power minus 34 in SI units. C is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second in SI unit by lambda. So lambda given in the question is 662 nanometer. So it will be in numerator 10 power minus 9. If you see in this expression 662 and 6.63, roughly 660, we can assume this as 6.62 and we can solve this expression. So the numerical factor is 2 by 3 into some power of 10. Just by this we can get the correct answer. 2 by 3 is roughly 6.6 something, 0.67 something. So if we see, the better answer is option number 2. So just by knowing this 2 by 3 factor, we can get the answer very quickly. Let's go to the next question. Thank you.
Let's move to physics.
Hi everyone, good evening. I'm Abhishek Chaudhary from Narayana IIT Academy. Let's discuss the second shift of physics paper today, 28th Jan. So, okay, first question you can see, this is the realization of a gate, a semiconducting gate, and we have to think what logic gate, what realization that is given. This is a very simple NCERT question also, and it is AND gate. But how to do that? Let's see the realization. This is a circuit given. We will represent that 0 volt as 0 and the 5 volt as 1. And if we are giving the input at A and B, A, B and Y is the output. Okay. So when you are giving 0, 0, what will happen? 0 here you are giving, 0 here you are giving. So that semiconductor, that will be in forward biasing and it will be like a resistance, resistance less wire. There is no resistance conducting wire. So complete whatever input you are giving, that will be go to the output. So here it will be 0, no resistance. Then if you are giving here 0 and here 5. So 0 again will transfer the 0 and the 5 that I said 1, and you can see 1, this side is like N and that arrow is P. So N is connected to positive high potential, low potential we are representing with 1 and 0. So if 0 means I am providing low potential to n, and 5 means I am providing high potential to n. So that is reverse biasing. Reverse biasing, it will not conduct. It will not conduct, then that 0 that was conducting, that will transfer to the output. So this 5, which is basically I am giving 1. 1 already we have written, denoting that by 1. Then again, if you are giving it, let's say 1 and 1. 1 and 1, it means both we are giving 5, 5. 5 volt already we have written, that is denoted at 1. So 1, 1, both will not conduct, and 1, 1 here, all the diodes are in reverse biasing. So output you can see there is a 5 volt, and that only will be there. And if you are giving here, let's say 1 and then here 0, the same thing will happen and it will be 0. So that truth table you can see, that is for AND gate, that is y is equal to A into B. Only 1 into 1 AND gate, output will be 1. So that is AND gate will be the answer. Okay. See the next one. Which of the following cannot be measured? Okay, all four are electrical quantities. Although displacement current is very tough to measure, but is manageable. It can be measured. Resistance, we know it can be measured. Voltage difference, voltage and voltage difference, that's the key options here. Voltage is always measured in terms of potential difference. Absolute potential cannot be measured as long as we don't have the idea about reference potential. You cannot measure. So out of all four quantities, theoretical question it is, conceptual, voltage is the right answer. You cannot measure potential or voltage unless you have the reference potential. Okay, go on the next one. Okay, this is a lens question from ray optics. Object is placed at a distance of 30 centimeter. It's a real object, we are placing real object here. So u is equal to minus 30 centimeter, right? And one convex lens is given. So what is the lens maker formula? 1 by f, 1.5 minus 1, 1 by r1, that is 1 by 10, minus 1 by minus 20. Okay, let's once discuss the sign convention. I am assuming that is the lens. Here we have placed the object. So obviously light ray will go that way, left to right. And radius of curvature of the left surface will also go from pole to center of curvature, right. So this is in the direction of light ray being measured. So it will be positive. Similarly, for the second one, it is being measured opposite to the light ray. So that's why R2 will be taken as negative. That I have taken also. From here, it is 1 by 2. That is 1 by 10 plus 1 by 20. Okay. So that will be how much? 3 by 20. So 1 by f we are getting 3 by 40. And since we have to find image for a lens, we will be using lens formula. 1 by v minus 1 by minus 30 is equal to 1 by f. Focal length will be positive for converging lens, convex lens here. So that will be 3 by 40. What is 1 by v? 1 by v is 3 by 40 minus 1 by 30. And from here we can calculate v as the second option, 24 centimeter. Okay. So easy one it is again, right? Normal two formula we are using here. One is the lens maker and the second one we are using the lens formula. Okay. Come to the next one. See, one question from mechanics. Pseudo force is being used, or relative acceleration you can take from laws of motion. Block of mass m is placed on a smooth inclined plane. So there is no friction whatsoever. Friction we don't have to take. So let's discuss the free body diagram. What forces, what accelerations are acting on it? Obviously, inclined plane is the plane of motion. The motion will be along the inclined. So we are interested in all the accelerations, velocity, whatever is there along the inclined. So one will be the component of g, g sine theta. Given in the diagram, you can see g is downward. That angle is theta. So this component along the inclined slope will be g sine theta. One more acceleration is there, but that acceleration is with the wedge, not with the block. So wedge is accelerating with a naught towards right. This acceleration will be giving it a pseudo one because its frame is non-inertial now. What is the frame of block? What is the surface of block? Inclined plane. And inclined plane is accelerating, so that becomes non-inertial. So hence we will be applying in opposite direction. There is a pseudo. Now this a naught with g sine theta with the slope of incline is also making theta angle. So that will be a naught cos theta. There is no friction, there is no force opposing these two downward accelerations. There is no acceleration up the incline. So with what acceleration it will be moving, the block will be moving with, that is g sine theta plus a naught cos theta. And displacement in the diagram, it is very much evident, L. So L will be half a block into t square. There is no initial velocity, and we can write from here t is equal to 12 upon acceleration of block under root, that is 12 upon g sine theta plus a naught cos theta under root. So what option is matching here? Option number 1. First option is the right answer. Simple question, law equation of kinematics and free body diagram, but yes, the concept of pseudo force is being used here. Come to the next one. That's a very interesting one. See, one position vector is given. Position vector sign is reversed. So complete, you have a r position vector and that is becoming minus r. Okay. So I have r becoming minus r. Okay. So obviously v will become minus v dr by dt and a will become minus a. Why? Because what is v? dr by dt. So v will be here minus dr by dt. So v is changing its sign, as well as a is changing its sign, minus dv by dt. If a is changing its sign, then obviously force will also change its sign. What is F? ma. So F is also becoming minus F. Force earlier was F, now becoming minus F. We know that torque is equal to R cross F. But just we have discussed R changing its sign, question has given it, and because of that force is also changing its sign. So it will remain R cross F. So torque will not change its sign. Acceleration is changing, velocity is changing, displacement is changing, that is given by the question, only position vector is changing there. So we will go with torque, fourth option. So when R is changing its sign, torque is not changing its sign. That was the question. Okay, this is for it. We will come with more questions. Stay tuned.
Now, moving to chemistry.
Hello students, now today we will discuss the JEE Main's memory based paper of 22nd Jan second shift. The analysis of this paper says that the chemistry exam is from easy to moderate level. There are certain questions in which the calculation was lengthy. So overall paper is assumed to be lengthy but doable, right? So now we'll start with the question solving. We'll see each and every question and we'll analyze each and every question, right? So question number 1 of chemistry memory based examination. Now the plot of log 10k versus 1 by t gives a straight line. So this is the question which is came from kinetics. We know that rate constant k is equal to a dot e minus ea by rt. Now this is an Arrhenius equation, and if we take natural log, natural log of k is equal to natural log of a minus ea by rt, right. Now they have given log to the base 10, so convert natural log 10 to the log to the base 10. So it will be like log to the base 10 will be equal to log to the base a minus ea by 2.303 r 1 by t. So they have taken log 10k as y axis is equal to log a will be an intercept plus m into x. X is 1 by t. So I am getting a straight line where the slope will be equal to minus ea by 2.303 r, and you have intercept log a.
So, we will get an answer directly. So, the theory based question. So, answer will be your 1, right. So, this question overall is a very simple question, more or less theory based question, right. So, we will move ahead. In question number 2, they have given consider the following electromagnetic waves. So, this question came from atomic structure, right. They have given various wavelengths, like here they have given various waves. They said wavelength of A is equal to 400 nanometer. They have given frequency of wave B is equal to 10 raised to power 16 per second is hertz, and they have given wave number which is equal to 1 by lambda of C is equal to 10 raised to power 4 centimeter inverse. So, this question is actually very simple question, but yeah, it takes time to a student to analyze everything properly, right. So, they are want the order of their energies. We know that energy is inversely proportional to wavelength. So, yeah, we already have the wavelength of A, lambda A is equal to 400 nanometer. So, lambda B will be equal to C by nu, which comes out to be 3 into 10 raised to power 8 divided by 10 raised to power 16, which comes out to be 3 into 10 raised to power minus 8 meter, which is equal to 30 nanometer. So, we got wavelength of B in nanometers. We are making the units same so that you can analyze it properly, right. Now, wavelength of C, so now wavelength of C should be equal to 1 by wave number, which is equal to 1 by 10 raised to power 4 centimeter, which comes out to be 10 raised to power minus 4 centimeter. Now, 10 raised to power minus 4 centimeter is equal to 10 raised to power minus 6 meter. In other words, 10 raised to power 3 nanometer. So, if we compare the wavelength of C is actually much larger than the wavelength of A. The wavelength of A is more than the wavelength of B. So, the energy order will be equal to energy of B should be more than energy of A. Energy of A is more than energy of C. So, answer should be BAC. I hope you understood this question. It's just you have to balance the units in order to get the correct answer, and otherwise the question is very simple and it's very hard for a student to balance the units in such a pressure atmosphere, but it's fine, it's doable, it's a nice question. Now, which of the following order is correct with respect to melting and boiling point of HF, HI, HBr, HCl, like the boiling point values, the melting point values of HF. In HF we have hydrogen bond, in HCl, HBr, HI we have London forces plus dipole, right. So, the boiling point of HF is 293, 189, 206, 238. The melting point is 190, 159, 185 and 222, correct. Now, if you check the boiling point order of HF, we know that there is a hydrogen bonding inside HF. Because of that, HF has much higher boiling point as compared to other hydrides of halogens. Then we have HI, then we have HBr, and then we have HCl. This is the correct order for the boiling point. While in melting point where attraction as well as packing matters a lot, here HI, here you have HI, yeah, one second, you have HI more than HF, more than HBr, more than HCl. So, this order is very crucial for your JEE advanced also. So, student, please remember the melting point properly for this, otherwise boiling point is very simple to understand because of London forces and hydrogen bonding. So, the correct option among them is A. HF is more than HI, HI is more than HBr, HBr is more than HCl, and melting point we have HI more than HF, and yeah, that's it, right, and this is your HBr. So, we will move ahead now for the next question. This question is database question. Moreover, you should know these orders properly, especially the melting and boiling point of hydrides of nitrogen family as well as oxygen family. They are very important and they are frequently asked questions, right. Consider a reaction, next question is there, consider a reaction A is in equilibrium with B at T Kelvin is an equilibrium question. The question seems to be simple, that the equilibrium concentration of A and B they have already given. So, the A is in equilibrium with B, they have already given the equilibrium concentration as 0.3 and 0.315. So, if this equilibrium concentration, the equilibrium constant supposed to be the concentration of B divided by the concentration of A, which comes out to be 0.315 divided by 0.3, right. So, clearly the equilibrium constant is 1.05. So, we have an option of 1.05 as 1 and 3. So, let us check between 1 and 3, right. Now, understand one thing, if 0.1 mole of A is added to the flask of 1 liter, then the equilibrium constant and the equilibrium concentration of B, see, according to Le-Chatelier principle, this is a time t is equal to equilibrium. Now, what I am doing at time t is not equal to equilibrium, I am adding certain amount of A. So, I have added 0.1 moles of A, so the new concentration of A become 0.4. If you increase the concentration of A, the reaction should shift forward. So, 0.4 minus x 0.315 one second 0.315 plus x such that 0.315 plus x divided by 0.4 minus x should be equal to equilibrium constant 1.05. Right, so equilibrium constant will not change when the temperature is constant, and obviously if the reaction is moving forward, the equilibrium constant of B should be more than 0.315. We will calculate how much it comes, right. So, 0.315 plus x is equal to 1.05 into 0.4 minus 1.05 x, which is equal to 2.05 x is equal to 1.05 into 0.4 comes out to be 0.42 minus 0.315, right. So, x comes out to be 0.42 minus 0.315 by 2.05. When I am adding this value of x on 0.315, the value of B which I am getting is 0.366 after doing this calculation. So, the approximate answer will be 0.37. So, yeah, among 1 and 3 option will be 3. Now, this kind of questions are simple, but yeah, a student should have a good calculation skill in order to do that particular question perfectly, right. So, this question belongs to equilibrium, a simple question, but yeah, it's lengthy as per to the calculation part, right. So, we will move to question number next question, that is the sum of valence shell electron in an element with the most and least metallic character among the following is. Now, this is clearly a periodic properties question, and among sodium, phosphorus, chlorine, sulfur, oxygen, fluorine, sodium is alkali metal, is most metallic in nature, and fluorine being most non-metallic. So, the valence electron on fluorine is 7, on sodium is 1. The summation of the total number of electron is your 1 plus 7, that comes out to be how much? 8. So, this question is very simple, doable, less time consuming, very nice question, right, student friendly question, right. So, we have discussed till 5 question which we got. Now, we will discuss more question in subsequent time, right.
Let's see some other questions from mathematics.
Hi everyone, my name is Shekhar. I'm going to discuss the JEE Mains paper Shift 1, Shift 2, 28th date. And so we got the first question. It is on binomial theorem and here we have a GP. The first term is 1 plus x whole power 1000 and here what is the common ratio? Common ratio is x by 1 plus x and the total number of terms is 1001. So we are going to find the sum of this GP. A is equal to 1 plus x whole power 1000. R is equal to x by 1 plus x. And here how many terms we have? N is equal to 1001. So here I am going to find the sum of this GP. So the formula is A into R power n 1 minus R power n by 1 minus R. So 1 minus x by 1 plus x whole power 1001 by 1 minus x by 1 plus x. So I am going to simplify this. So 1 plus x whole power 1000 into 1 plus x whole power 1001 minus x by 1 plus x whole power 1001 by 1 by 1 plus x. So here we have 1 plus x whole power 101 in the denominator of the denominator it is 1 plus x. So they will get cancelled out. You will get 1 plus x whole power 1000 and in the numerator we have 1 plus x whole power 1000. So they will get cancelled out. So here what is the term we are getting? So here we are getting finally x power 1 plus x. So we are getting a 1 plus x whole power 1001 minus x power 1001. This is the sum of this GP and here we are supposed to find the coefficient of x power 499 and x power 500. So coefficient of x power 499 is 1001 C 499 and coefficient of x power 500 is 1001 C 500. So here we have the form NCR plus NCR minus 1 which is equal to n plus 1 CR. So it is equal to 1002 C 500. So the answer is, let us see the options also. So here the option is 1002 C 500. So 2 is the answer. Okay. So let us move to the next question. So here we have a series. Sigma r is equal to 1 to 25 r by r power 4 plus r square plus 1. So here can we write this term as the difference between two consecutive terms r power 4 plus r square plus 1. We can factorize also. It is equal to r power 4 plus 2r square plus 1 minus r square which is equal to r square plus 1 whole square minus r square which is equal to r square plus 1 plus r into r square plus 1 minus r. So sigma r is equal to 1 to 25. I will write the denominator as r square plus r plus 1 into r square minus r plus 1. In the numerator we have r. So here I am trying to write this as the difference between two consecutive terms. So I will multiply divide with 2. So 2r we are getting in the numerator, that I will write it as r square plus 1 plus r minus r square minus r plus 1. So when we simplify this, when we split the terms, we will get 1 by 2 into sigma r is equal to 1 to 25, 1 by r square minus r plus 1 minus 1 by r square plus r plus 1. Now we will write the terms and you can notice this, these are the consecutive terms. Okay, if you put r is equal to r plus 1 in this expression, okay, we are getting r square plus r plus 1. So I will put the terms. So let us plug in the values. Sigma r is equal to 1 to 25 half into 1 by r square minus r plus 1 minus 1 by r square plus r plus 1. So this is equal to half into, what is the first term? We are getting 1 by 1 minus 1 by 3. Next term 1 by 3 minus 1 by 7, so on. What is the last term? You will get 1 by 25 square minus 25 plus 1 minus 1 by 25 square plus 25 plus 1. So here these terms are getting cancelled out. Okay, here term, here term. Then here what I am doing is I am writing each term as the difference between two consecutive terms. So we are getting this Vn method. Now after simplifying this, we are left out with half into 1 minus 1 by 625 plus 25 plus 1, 651, which is equal to 1 minus 650 by 2 into 651 means we are getting 325 by 651. And they are asking, this is equal to P by Q they have given, and they are asking P plus Q. So 651 plus 325, which is equal to 976. So let us look at the options. 976, so 2 is the answer, right? So let us move to the next question. Here it looks like some GP 6 by 3 power 26 plus 10 by 3 power 25 plus 10 into 2 by 3 power 24 plus 10 into 2 square by 3 power 23, so on. So here I will write the first term 6 by 3 power 26 plus 10 into 1 by 3 power 25 plus 2 by 3 power 24 plus 2 square by 3 power 23, so on, up to 2 power 24 by 3. So here if we notice this 1 by 3 power 25 plus 2 by 3 power 24, here we have a GP. Okay, so I want to find the sum of this GP, and here what is the common ratio? Common ratio is 2 by 3 power 24 by 1 by 3 power 25. 2 by 3 power 24 by 1 by 3 power 25, which is equal to 6. R is equal to 6. And what is the first term? 1 by 3 power 25. And here how many terms we have? Total number of terms is equal to 25. 1 by 3 power 25 to 1 by 3 we have. So I will simplify this. 6 by 3 power 26 plus 10 into, what is the first term? 1 by 3 power 25 into r power n minus 1 by r minus 1. So 6 power 25 minus 1 by 6 minus 1. So here we are getting 5. Okay, 5 2's 25. So here we have to simplify this. 6 by 3 power 26 plus 2 into 1 by 3 power 25 into 6 power 25 minus 1. So when we simplify this, 6 by 3 power 26 plus what we are getting here, we are getting 2 into 6 power 25 by 3 power 25 means 2 power 25 into 2, so 2 power 26 minus 2 by 3 power 25. And here you can see this, these two terms are same. If you multiply numerator and denominator with 3, okay, we are getting 6 by 3 power 26, so they are getting cancelled out. So we are left out with 2 power 26. So what is, where is 2 power 26? Option A. Option A is the answer. So this is a question on GP, easy question. Now we are moving to the next question. So here this is a question on definite integrals, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and here we have step functions also. 12 into 3 plus step of x by 3 plus step of sin x plus step of cos x. So here we have to break the intervals. So I will write minus pi by 2 to minus 1, 12 into what you will get 3 minus step of x, it will be equal to step of x, it is equal to minus 2, 3 minus 2 by 3 plus, here step of sin x means 0, okay, step of sin x means we will get a minus 1. So 3 plus minus 1 dx. Next one, what is the interval we are getting? Minus 1 to 0, 12 into 3 plus, so 3 minus 1 by 3 plus minus 1, and here step of cos x, okay, in minus pi by 2 to minus 1 and minus 1 to 0, it is 0, okay, so I am writing 0 plus next one 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 12 into 3 by 3 plus 0 plus 0 dx. Here step of sin x will be 0. Next 1 to pi by 2, 12 into, in the interval 1 to pi by 2, step of x it is equal to 1. So I will write 12 into 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 0 plus 0. So this is equal to what we are getting, 12 into 3 minus 2, 12 by 3. So here we are getting 12 by 12 into 1 by 3. So 4 minus pi by 2 to minus 1 dx. Okay, plus minus 1 to 0, 12 into 2 by 3. 12 into 2 by 3 means it is equal to 8. 3 fourths 8 dx plus 12 into 3 by means here we are getting 0 to 1 into 12 plus 1 to pi by 2 we are getting here 16 dx. Okay, now I will write the value. So here we are getting 4 into minus 1. So here let us check this again. What we are getting, 12 into 1 by 3 minus 1 here we have. So here I did a small mistake. It is 6. So here we are getting 6. So this is equal to 6 into minus 1 plus pi by 2 plus, so here what we are getting, 12 into 2 by 3 minus 2. So 12 into 2 by means here we are getting, this is equal to 12. 12 into 2 by 2. So 12 into 0 minus of minus 1 plus, here we are getting 0 to 1, 12 into 3 by 3. So 12 we are getting, and here we are getting 16 into pi by 2 minus 1. So we are getting 16 into pi by 2 plus 6 pi by 2. So 22 pi by 2 means we are getting 11 pi. Next one, here we are getting minus 6 plus minus 6 minus 12. Let us check this also. What we are getting, 12 into 3 plus 3 plus 0 into 0. So we are getting 12. And in the second one, we are getting 12 into 2 by 2, which is equal to 2, which is equal to 12. So 12 into 0 minus of minus 1. So 12 we are getting 24. So 24 minus 16, 8. 8 minus 6, which is equal to 2. So the final answer we are getting is 11 pi plus 2. So option 4, it is the right answer. It is slightly lengthy question. We have to do this carefully.
Let's move to physics. Let's move to physics. Let's move to physics.
Hello everyone, good evening again. Here I am with few more questions of second shift JEE Mains today. Okay, coming to the question. This is a percentage error question. Similar questions comes for time period of simple pendulum also, 2 pi under root L by G. Here it is for 2 pi under root M by K. And what they are asking for, percentage error in K. Let's have an expression for K. K, T is given here, 2 pi under root M by K. Square both sides, get K. K is equal to 4 pi square M by T square. So M and T square are the physical quantity which are being measured, and error will be in that. 4 pi square is a numeric constant, no error into it. So delta K by K, fractional error that we use in multiplication and division thing. Delta M by M plus 2 delta T by T. Now K percentage error is required, so obviously both sides we need to multiply by 100. Fraction into 100, that is the percentage error. Now just value putting is left. Delta M, look in the question, where is delta M? Delta M is given, but given in milligram. So we will put 10 into 10 raised to power minus 3. M is given in 10 gram. I always say units are very important in solving calculative questions. Look for that. And 2 delta T. Delta T is given resolution in time. So we will take T as a total time. This is your 2 and total time there is 60 oscillations are there, but for 60 oscillation total time is 50, and this overall expression is being multiplied by 100. Why? Because percentage error is required. So calculation is left here, and when you will calculate it, 2 and that 4 will be multiplied by 2, here 8.0.1, that is our fourth option. Easy one but calculative one. Okay, coming to the next one. Okay, in this question it is written Wheatstone bridge, balanced bridge, but question has nothing to do with that actual Wheatstone, and it is a simple circuit question. In this circuit question, see what is happening here. 40 volt is giving you some current. Okay, this current is coming at this point and it is being splitted like this. Okay, this current I am writing as I1, this is as I2, and now question is asking what is VA minus VB. So VA and VB we have to calculate. We can choose a path also. It can be solved by various ways. You can use Kirchhoff's, you can use current division, potential division. Okay, but one more information is there. Have a look on that. This R3 is not 5 anymore. It has increased by 20%. 5 plus 20% of 5. Okay. So 5 plus 1, that is 6 ohm. 20% of 5. So this becoming your 6 ohm. Now solve the question. As I said, there are various ways of solving it. I am solving it with current values, current calculation, and then VI will calculate. Okay. So 40 is the potential between these 2 points here, C and D point. 40 is the potential difference between C and D, 40 volt. Left side loop you take. So I1 value will be 40 upon 10 and 5. Series, same current is passing through them. So that will be 10 plus 5, 15. Okay. This is the value of I1, and that is obviously 8 by 3 ampere. Similarly, what is the value of I2? For I2, we are taking the right part of circuit. C and D potential will remain 40 volt and 20, and here 15 is being added with 1, so that is 16. Okay, we have to go with 16 here, and that will be 40 divided by 16. Now value will change, 40 by 16, because 5 has increased by 1. Okay, so you can now write it as 40, and it is 5, 10 plus 6. 10 plus 6 is 16, and the potential difference is 40. Okay, so this will be from 5 we can divide, that is 8, and from 40 by 16, from 4 we can do, and from 8 also we can do. So it is 5 by 2 ampere. And what is the value of I2 in the right part? I2 in the right part, when you will go, what it will be? It will be 40 divided by, there is no change in resistance in the right side. So it will be 20 plus 10, that is 4 by 3 ampere. Now we have the current in the left side, in the right side. Just their resistance was 6 in place of 5. So we have to take 10 plus 6 in place of 15. Okay. Now you can go with C potential as 40 volt. C potential as 40 volt. Okay. And D potential I am taking as 0 volt. We can take that way because potential difference has to be fixed. We can take other value also, so that potential difference remains between C and D as 40 volt. Now I can compare A, I can club A with C also, and I can club A with D also. D potential is 0, so you can club with D. So VA minus VD, that is equal to I1 value. I1 value we have calculated as 5 by 2 multiply. What is there between A and D? 5. And similarly you can calculate VB, because see, D is 0 volt. So whatever VA minus VD is there, that is VA only. And similarly you can calculate VB minus VD. VD is again 0, and current, that was 4 by 3 multiplied by 10. So this way you will have VA minus VD is virtually VA only, and VB minus VD is virtually VB only, because D potential is 0, and you can calculate from here. Here this value will be VA, that value will be VB, and VA minus VB, when we are calculating, we will get 1.67 as answer. Okay. There is no sign. You can VB minus VA, no option is negative positive. So you can go with VA minus VB, VB minus VA. Sign I'm not writing here, okay, because no option is plus and minus. So this way we can solve. We can also use Kirchhoff's, but that is not required here. Coming to the next one. Now this is simply like if you directly know the dimensions, or what you can do, you can go with the deriving the formula and dimensions, but they are very frequent and regular quantities. So I think dimensions are already must be in mind of many students. Coefficient of viscosity. Okay, coefficient of viscosity is what? This is F by dimension wise, F by A only, because here and F equal to what? Velocity gradient also we will take in this. So F equal to eta A delta V by delta Y. So I am writing eta as coefficient of viscosity. So F by A, that is one already there, pressure in the sea, divided by velocity gradient delta V by delta Y. So that way also you can do, or if you know its dimension, that will be ml minus 1 T minus 1. Writing that, if you're writing this, deriving it, already the C option is with you. Pressure already you will write in this F by A. So what is F by A? First we will see where is ml minus 1 T minus 1. So with A we are getting ml minus 1 T minus 1, that is S. And A to S is only one option is relating, that is the second option. So many time in JEE Mains standard, here you don't have to solve all. By one you can get the second one is the correct option. But let's discuss all. Surface tension. Now T is F by L. F is MLT minus 2 divided by L. So MT minus 2. So where is MT minus 2? We can see MT minus 2 is the top one. So B is going with P, A was going with S. Pressure, as I said, in coefficient of viscosity only we have calculated F by A. F by A, F is what? MLT minus 2, area is length square. So that would be ml minus 1 T minus 2. That is the Q option. ml minus 1, C is Q, ml minus 1 T minus 2. And then work is force into displacement, or energy, that is ml 2 T minus 2. So hence it's a very easy question. Most of the time in these questions you don't need to solve all the options. Even if you are solving A and matching S, you are done with the question, right? Okay, come to the next one. It is KTG. KTG is becoming, I guess, a favorite topic of JEE Mains. Very frequent questions are coming from this. Mean free path of gas particle is 5 angstrom at temperature and pressure. So for that, we need to know mean free path in terms of temperature and pressure. So in general, what is mean free path? 1 by under root 2 n pi d square. Here small n I am writing as n by v. Okay, the molecular density, n by v. But in this we can see there is no pressure, there is no temperature. But ideal gas equation we know, PV equal to NKT. What is K here? Boltzmann constant. Okay. So Boltzmann constant and this value PV, here we will write N by V. N by V will be equal to P by KT. This expression we will put here, and lambda is equal to 1 by under root, what is the value of n by v? P by kt, and P by kt is followed by pi d square, right? Now all the value substitution, you can see 1.38 into 10 raised to power minus 23 into 41 is 314 upon root 2, that is 4 point, but we will put that value later on, root 2. Pressure is given as 1.38 into 10 raised to power 5. Pi is again 3.14, and what is the value of d? D is given as a diameter, a square we need to do. So 25 into 10 raised to power minus 20. Okay, so that will go straight away. Okay, and here will be 3.14 and there is 304. So that will also be 10 raised to power 2. Now you are only left with these things 4, 25, 100 that we can cut with 4, and 4 is like 2 into 2, so that will be 2 root 2. 2 root 2 rest 10 raised to power I will not calculate for. 2 root 2 is 1.4 into 2. Any option which is having 28 that I will go with, right? So in these calculations, you need to calculate each and every data when you have all the close options. But if options are so much separated, here see, numerator has only 10 raised to power, denominator has only root 2 here, and it is 4. So 10 raised to power I will not waste my time in calculating. 4 by root 2 I will calculate and I will go with the answer. Okay, thank you.
Let's see some other questions from mathematics.
Yeah, good evening, student. Now today is 28th January, the second shift mathematics paper. Now the question is by the principle of inverse trigonometric functions, the value of this is given these expressions, and we have to simplify this one. And this is the 2 here tan of this angle. We will simplify it. So here this is the sine inverse. Sine inverse 2 by square root of 13 is there. So we can write here tan inverse 2 by, right? So 13, this is the, we are considering this is the hypotenuse, this is the perpendicular, we need base, right? So 13 and minus here 4, so 9 is 3 will come, right? And similarly cos inverse 3 by square root of 10, we will write in the formula tan inverse. We need the this is the base, and perpendicular here is 1 will come. And let us consider this total term is theta. Or so first you write twice of this is the tan inverse 2 by 3 minus tan inverse 1 by 3, and this is the most fundamental result related to tan inverse of tan inverse A minus tan inverse B. We know the result is tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy, right? This is the, and xy greater than minus 1. So here it will come twice of tan inverse 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3, 1 by 3 will come, 1 plus 2 by 3 into 1 by 3. So is here it will come 2 by 9 will come. After simplifying, it will come twice of 2 tan inverse is equal to 1 by 3 into 9 by, here it is 11. So total it will come 2 tan inverse is equal to here 3 by 11. Let this term total is theta. Let theta is there. Means let 2 tan inverse 3 by 11 is theta. So what will come here? Tan inverse 3 by 11 is equal to theta by 2. Finally, we can write tan theta by 2 is equal to 3 by 11, right? Tan theta by 2 is equal to 3 by 11. Now total our expressions is now is tan, and this total is we have considered theta, so tan theta, right? Then tan theta is equal to, apply the result of tan to theta. So here tan theta is equal to, we can write 2 tan theta by 2 divided by 1 minus tan square theta by 2. So 2 into 3 by 11, right? Minus 1 by 9 by 11 square. So simplify now is 6 by 11 into 11 square 121, and 121 minus 9 112 will come, right? So this is 11 will come, and again cancel it, this will become 3 into 11, this is the divided by 2. So this is the 56 will come. So this is the 33 by 56, right? 33 by 56, first option is correct one. Now the next question is, now this is the questions. It's saying the ABC is a triangle, the A is the vertex of the parabola, right? So this diagram is y square is the standard equation of parabola. Here A is 2 because y compare with y square is equal to 4x. So this is the standard equation of parabola. Vertex is origin, focus is 2 comma 0, right? Saying
the triangle ABC. A is also on the parabola, right? Because A is the vertex, A is 0, 0, that is the vertex of the parabola, and the B and C we don't know where it is, but it's saying the vertices B and C lie on the parabola y square is equal to 8x. So in this we know the parabola parametric form is 8t square comma 280, any point on the parabola in parametric form. Here A is 2, so parametric form will be 2 square and 2 2 is 4, 4t will come, right? So consider coordinates of B is 2t1 square comma 4t1, and coordinates of C we can consider 2t2 square comma 4t2. And what we need to find here, the BC, right? BC square we need to find. So right, the BC distance in this format will come twice to x2 minus x1 whole square. So right here 4 will come, and t1 minus t2, t1 square minus t2 square whole square plus here is the 16, t1 minus t2 whole square will come. So now we have to eliminate t1 and t2, right? So what is saying, one information is given, 7 by 3 comma 4 by 3. Look it, in the denominator is 3, right? Is the centroid of the triangle ABC. So 7 by 3 we will write 7 by 3, right? 7 by 3 is equal to, here 1 is 0, and abscissa is 2t1 square plus 2t2 square divided by 3. So finally what will come, twice of t1 square plus t2 square is equal to 7 will come, means t1 square plus t2 square is equal to, here 7 by 2 will come. This is the one relations. Another relations will come, the ordinate of the centroid is 4 by 3, this will come, this and this, because we know the result of centroid y1 plus y2 plus y3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3, right? That is the 4 by 3 is given. So first the ordinate of the vertex A, that is the, right, 0, and is 4t1 plus 4t2 divided by 3. Cancel the 3 from both sides. Here t1 plus t2 is 1 came, right? And try to find t1 into t2 also, right? And we can write here t1 plus t2 whole square is equal to t1 square plus t2 square plus 2t1 t2. t1 plus t2 whole square, that is 1, and t1 square plus t2 square, that is given 7 by 2 plus 2t1 t2. So 2t1 t2 is equal to 1 minus 7 by 2 minus 5 by 2 will come. Keep this informations, right? And this pattern BC square, the pattern here will come BC square. Right here 4 into t1 minus t2 whole square. This is the break, a square minus b square into t1 plus t2 whole square plus 16 into t1 minus t2 whole square. Therefore BC square, and what is the t1 plus t2? We have t1 plus t2, that is the 1. So here this 2 will become this and this will left, right? Because this is the 1, square of 1 is 1. So it's 20. Here is the t1 minus t2 whole square will come. So BC square is equal to 20, and this we can write t1 plus t2 whole square minus 4t1 t2. So here BC square, we don't have the space, so if you will write here BC square is equal to 20, and t1 plus t2 square is 1 minus, and 4t1 t2, right? If you will write here 4t minus 4t1 t2, it will come minus 5, then is a plus 5 will come. So total is 6 and 20, so 120 is the answer, right? So this is the very these are known how to eliminate t1 and t2 is very popular concept arrangement. Now the next question is the related to the complex number. There are two sets, one is A and B. The complex number Z1 belongs to the set A and Z2 belongs to the set B. What is the geometrical, this is the geometrical language, Z minus 2, the equation Z minus modulus of Z minus 2 is less than equal to 4, right? This is the equation of disk, this is the equation of disk, including boundary and including inside the circle, right? Here center is 2 comma 0, 1 unit, 2 unit, center is 2 comma 0, and the radius of this disk is 4 unit, right? So here 4 unit, so here 6 comma 0 will come, and this side is here is minus 2 comma 0 will come. So this is the diameter, right? So circles will come like this. This is our coordinate axis, and this is a less than equal to 4. So including, okay, inside the circle and including the boundary also. Another set B, right? In this set, Z2 belongs to this, Z modulus of Z minus 2 plus modulus of Z plus 2, it's saying is less than equal to 4, right? So minus 2 comma 0, this point is, right, and 2 comma 0 is this point. So their minimum distance, if you take Z anywhere in the plane, so sum of this two distance minimum 4 will come, and is saying less than equal to 4. So less than 4 is not possible, exactly 4 is possible, right? Minimum 4 will come. So this is the equation of line segment. So Z2 is either, okay, Z2, this is the Z2 is this region, right, including both end of the line segments, because saying less than equal to 4, right? Exactly 4 is possible. And the Z1 is, this is the disk including boundary. Asking the maximum of the distance, this is the modulus will come, this is the printing mistake here, right? Maximum the distance between Z1 and Z2. If I keep Z1 is at this end, right, or Z2 is, right, Z2 if I take here, Z2 is here at this end and Z1 is here, right? So maximum distance how much will come? This is the radius of this disk is 4 unit and total diameter is 8 unit. So 8 is the correct answer. Thank you.
Now moving to chemistry. Now moving to chemistry.
So here are some more questions of chemistry that we have received by far. This particular question is about the sulfur estimation. The same concept appeared on the first day also, and again it is repeating. In sulfur estimation, 0.314 gram of organic compound gave 0.4813 gram of barium sulfate. What is the percentage of sulfur in this organic compound? So, we have to calculate the percentage of sulfur. 0.314 gram of organic compound gave 0.4813 gram of BaSO4. Now, molecular weight of BaSO4 we know is 233 grams. So if it was total 233 grams of BaSO4, in it we would have had 32 grams of sulfur. But they are saying that it is having only 0.4813 gram of BaSO4. So the percentage or the amount of sulfur is 32 upon 233 multiplied by 0.4813 gram of sulfur. Right? Now we have to go for the percentage of sulfur, and the initial amount of organic compound is given in the question as 0.314. So percentage of sulfur in organic compound is 32 upon 233 multiplied by 0.4813 upon 0.314 into 100. Right? When you will solve this entire thing, I understand the calculations are tedious, but you can't help, that this is what is asked. So 21% of sulfur is coming finally after solving this whole thing, and thus the answer for question number, or for this question, I don't know the number, is 21. Okay, let's move to the next question. Next question is again from organic. It is, there is some compound X which on reaction with NaNO2 plus HCl is giving Y. Oh, followed by water. NaNO2 plus HCl and water. Now, as X, all the options suggest it is some primary amine. So, X is some amine. Then we can say this Y has to be some alcohol. Then it says NaOH plus I2 and something Z, that is Y has given positive iodoform test. This Y is giving us positive iodoform test. Okay. Now the point is, X has, this original compound X is said to have 65.75% carbon, 15.25% hydrogen, 19% of nitrogen. So if I find out the formula, okay, by using this carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen percentages, if I find formula, I have C4H11N1. So this part of the question is from, you can say, stoichiometry, finding the empirical formula, right? Here we'll take it as per the options available and the conditions given. So 4, 11 and N1. So it is C4H11N. Now I have to look for a carbon 4 compound, or a compound which is a primary amine and is having 4 carbon. Primary amine with 4 carbon, and thus the options which are no more relevant is first and second, which are 3 carbon compounds and having primary amine. But if I take third, then the alcohol formed will be this. If I take second, then the alcohol formed is 2-butanol, and it should give positive iodoform test. So by the information, by considering the entire formula, answer for this question should have been option number 4. Right? So amine chapter is asked in detail in this entire session, particularly diazoniums we have seen, and now this particular question, then Hoffman bromide has been repeatedly seen, right? So find correct order of acidic strength in the following reaction products. PQRS. I think this is a tough question. So many reactions involved, and then the acidic strength. So if you don't know anything at any stage, it is better to leave this question. Okay. See, NaNO2 plus HCl at 0 to 5 degree. So this stage will give us N2 plus Cl minus. Then it is CuCN, cyanide, and after hydrolysis we will have benzoic acid formed. So P is benzoic acid. Okay, let's move to the next part. Methane with MO2O3, that forms formaldehyde, and then with K2Cr2O7, so it is formic acid, and thus Q is formic acid. Okay, next, ethane is treated with manganese acetate, again R. Now all these reactions are given in NCERT, whether you have 11th NCERT reactions of alkane, their oxidation of alkane, or you can go to 12th NCERT where the preparation of carboxylic acids, right, that portion you will find all these reactions there. So R is acetic acid. Moving to reaction number 4, NBS, toluene on reaction with NBS will form CH2Br. Then with KCN and hydrolysis give you CH2CN followed by hydrolysis CH2COOH. Okay, so S, we have got S. Now, why I said that you have to be very thorough with your concept of all reactions and acidity basicity. Might have invested this much of time, but if you could not grade them in the correct order, you will still have the negative marking. So let's go for order. Now, as we know that amongst these, the benzoic acid is weaker acid than formic, and then comes the other aliphatic acids. So formic acid must be the strongest one. That is our choice number 1. So Q, right? Let us search the option. Q should be on the top. P, no, this cannot be the answer. R, where was R? Oh, acetic. This cannot be the answer. We'll enumerate the two options from the start. Now we are left with two choices that Q has to be the strongest. After this, we are looking for benzoic acid to be number 2 in the order, right? Then comes the benzoic acid, and benzoic acid was numbered or named as P. So after Q, we are looking for P. Here it is S. No. PHCH2COH, compare to that, benzoic is stronger acid. So answer seems to be 2 by this difference only. But still, after that it has to be S because pH is a minus I group. So as compared to acetic acid, it will be slightly better. So S, and then comes the R. So let us conclude the answer for this particular question, and answer for this is number 2. It is a very good question and will really check those who have studied thoroughly or not. Moving to next question, the major organic product of which of the following reaction is incorrectly represented? So we are asked which of the option is incorrect here. Wrong option. Let us start. Bromine and heat. This is radical substitution reaction, like you can say NBS, N-bromosuccinamide behavior, and benzyl and allyl positions will be substituted through radical mechanism. So first is correct option. It cannot be the answer, right? Next is bromine in chloroform. Now bromine in chloroform, this is basically the reaction when we have ethene and there we had bromine in carbon tetrachloride and chloroform. This type of reaction is what we see bromine in chloroform. That is not the characteristic of aromatic system. So this seems to be the choice, but let us see other first. Bromine and iron. Okay, so it seems to be electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction, and ortho and para bromotoluene will be formed. Okay, relatively, of course, major product can be one. Let us take the mixture of the two. Otherwise, it should have been clearly mentioned para bromotoluene. But still, comparing the other options, the better choice continues to be 2. Third, we can go for correct. Okay. Fourth, Sandmare, diazonium chloride, Cu2Br2 in HBr. This is again correctly given. So the only incorrect choice here is option number 2, and thus the answer for this question is 2. Option number 2. Okay. Moving to next question. Which of the following compounds on reaction with Hinsberg reagent? Now, Hinsberg reagent is paratoluene sulfonyl chloride, SO2Cl, forms an alkali insoluble product. Okay, what could be that product? It is a characteristic of 2-degree amines, CH3 SO2 N. Oh, we don't have H because it is reacting. Go H, go. H is not going, so I have to cut N, R and R. Okay. So this is N, R and R. What we have is N dialkyl sulfonamide. Now there is no acidic H here. So even if I take into any alkali like NaOH, no reaction. This is a white precipitate and it remains insoluble. Now, if it was a primary amine, there was an acidic H here, and thus with NaOH, you would have had a salt formation which is soluble. And with 3-degree amine, there is no reaction of Hinsberg. Now, Hinsberg, chapter amine again. See how much amine is asked in this particular shift. Now, indirectly the question is asking how many of these are secondary amines. See, Ghumakar, same point has been asked. So, let us write all the structures. Ethanamine is CH3CH2NH2. N-methyl aniline, again, one more concept. They also want to check that you handle IUPAC nomenclature correctly. N-ethyl, N-methyl aniline. N-ethyl, N-methyl. Okay. N-methyl ethanamine, CH2, NH, CH3. N-phenyl aniline, it means NH. This is N-phenyl aniline and this is basic aniline, right? So, out of these, let us check how many are our choices. B is our choice, D is our choice, right? And E is our choice. So, we are looking for option with B, D and E. That seems to be option number 3rd. Okay. So, correct answer B, C. Oh, C is not there. So, correct answer is number 3rd. Option number 3rd is our correct choice. Okay. Moving, oh, that's the same question again. So, that's our complete closure.
Let's see some other questions from mathematics.
Here we have a question on matrices. Here a 2 by 2 matrix is given. A is equal to 3 minus 4, 1 minus 1. And here a power 100 is equal to 100b plus I, that is probably I. So here we have to find a power 100. So first I will find a square here. A square is equal to 3 minus 4, 1 minus 1 into 3 minus 4, 1 minus 1. So when we multiply these two matrices, we are getting 3 into 3, 9 minus 4, which is equal to 5, minus 12 plus 4, minus 8, 3 minus 1, so it is equal to 2. Second row, second element, minus 4 plus 1, so it is minus 3. Similarly, I will find a cube, 5 minus 8, 2 minus 3 into 3 minus 4, 1 minus 1. So when we multiply these two matrices, first row, first element will be 15 minus 8, which is 7. Next one, minus 20 plus 8, so minus 12. 6 minus 3, 3. Next one, minus 8 plus 3, so it is equal to minus 5. Similarly, I will find a power 4, 7 minus 12, 3 minus 5 into 3 minus 4, 1 minus 1. So when we multiply these two matrices, first element will be 21 minus 12, which is equal to 9, minus 28 plus 12, which is equal to minus 16, 9 minus 5, 4, and minus 12 plus 5. Minus 12 plus 5 is minus 7. So here we can find one pattern, some pattern here. A is equal to 3 minus 4, 1 minus 1. If you look at the first row, first element, 3, next a square, we are getting 5, 7, 9. So a power n, we can predict there is a pattern. So first row, first element will be equal to 2n plus 1. Next first row, second element, we have minus 4, minus 8, minus 12, minus 16. So each one is a multiple of minus 4. So I will write it as minus 4n. Next third row, second row, first element, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So here the second row, first element, it will be equal to n. Next second row, second element, minus 1, minus 3, minus 5, minus 7. So here there is a pattern. We can write the term as minus of 2n minus 1. So a power n is equal to this. So similar, using this, we can find a power 100 also. So a power 100 is equal to 201 minus 400 and 100 and minus 199. This is a power 100. Now I want to find b there. So a is equal to a power 100. It is equal to 400. So what is a power? A power 100 is equal to 201 minus 400, 100 minus 199. So I will write 201 minus 400 minus plus 100 and minus 199. This is a power 100. So they have given a power 100 is equal to 100b plus I. That implies 100b is equal to a power 100 minus I. So a power 100 minus I means what we have to write? 10001. So a power 100 I means 201 minus 1. It is 200 minus 400, 100 and minus 200. This is a power 100 minus a or 100b. From this, we can find the value of b. b is equal to 2 minus 4, 1 minus 2. So here what is the question? After getting b, they are asking sum of all the elements of b power 100. Okay. So let us see in b power 100 also, do we get any pattern? So b square is equal to 2 minus 4, 1 minus 2 into 2 minus 4, 1 minus 2. So first row, first element, it is equal to 0. First row, second element 0. Second row, first element 0. second row second element also minus 4 plus 4 0. So b square is equal to 0. And that means here we have to find the sum of the elements in b power 100. B power 100 is equal to, again it is a null matrix. So sum of the elements of b power 100 is 0. Sum of the elements, it is equal to 0. So 0 is the answer for this question. Next one, this is a question on AP, okay, sequence and series question. Arithmetic mean of 1 by A and 1 by B is 5 by 16, and they have given one increasing AP, A for alpha comma B are in increasing AP. Then both the roots of the equation alpha x square minus AX plus 2 into alpha minus 2B is equal to 0. We have to find the roots there, right? Arithmetic mean of 1 by A plus 1 by B is 5 by 16 means we can write 1 by A plus 1 by B by 2, it is equal to 5 by 16, and here A for alpha comma B, they are in increasing AP. So here I will assume the common difference to be 2, to be D. So A I can write it as 4 minus D, and 4 alpha is equal to, I can write it as 4 plus D, and B is equal to 4 plus 2D. Okay, here I am assuming the common difference to be D. So 1 by A plus 1 by B by 2 is equal to 5 by 16. This I will simplify. A plus B by 2AB is equal to 5 by 16. Okay, 2 8 times. So here A is 4 minus D and B is equal to 4 plus 2D. I will substitute these values. 4 minus D plus 4 plus 2D by AB means 4 minus D into 4 plus 2D, it is equal to 5 by 8. So here we can find the value of D. So 8 plus D. 8 plus D in the numerator we are getting. So 8 into 8 plus D means 64 plus 8D is equal to 5 into, here we are getting 4 4 16, 8D minus 4D. So 16 plus 4D, 8D minus 4D minus 2D square. So this is equal to 80 plus 20D minus 10D square and 64 plus 8D. So I will simplify this. This is 10D square minus 12D minus 16 is equal to 0. So here I can take out 5 common, 5D square 2 common, 5D square minus 6D minus 8 is equal to 0. So we are getting this equation. So from this I will find the value of D. So the equation we got is 5D square minus 6D minus 8 is equal to 0. So here we have to find the value of D. So 5D square minus 10D plus 4D minus 8 is equal to 0. Here we can find the values 5D into D minus 2 plus 4 into D minus 2 is equal to 0. So D values are D is equal to 2 and D is equal to minus 4 by 5. And they have given that it is an increasing AP. So we can take the value of D as 2. D is equal to 2. So what is the what are the terms they have given? A 4 comma alpha comma B are in AP, are in increasing AP. So here common difference is 2 means the terms we are getting is A is equal to 2, 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8. So here we are getting the terms 2, 4, 6, 8. So what we are supposed to find now? So here they have given the equation alpha x square minus ax plus 2 into alpha minus 2b is equal to 0. So alpha x square minus ax, so alpha x square minus ax plus 2 into alpha minus 2b is equal to 0. Now I will plug in the values of a, alpha, b. So we are getting 6x square minus 2x plus 2 into alpha minus 2b. 6 minus 2 into 8. 2 into 8 is equal to 0. So we are getting 6x square minus 2x 6 minus 16, which is equal to minus 10. So minus 20 is equal to 0. So we are getting 3x square minus x minus 10 is equal to 0. So I can simplify now. 3x square minus 6x plus 5x minus 10 is equal to 0. So here what are the roots we are getting? 3x plus 5 into x minus 2 is equal to 0. So the roots we are getting are 2 and minus 5 by 3. So let us see what is the question they have asked. So here the roots we are getting is minus 5 by 3 comma 2. So both the roots lie between, they gave the intervals minus 5 by 3 comma 2. So first option not correct, second option it is correct, because both minus 5 by 3 and 2 both lie in the interval minus 2 to 3. So answer is 2. Okay, let us see the next question. So the range of f of x is equal to signum of sin x plus signum of cos x plus signum of tan x plus signum of cot x. X is not equal to n pi by 2, and we know what is signum x. When x is greater than 0, it is 1. When x is less than 0, it is minus 1. When x is equal to 0, it is 0. So here we have to find the range of this function. Okay, this is a trigonometric function, and here to find the range, first I will find the period of this function. Okay, here the period of this function is 2 pi. After an interval of 2 pi, here the values will repeat. So in the interval of 2 pi, I will find the range of this function. So I will take the first quadrant first. Here I can't take the values 0 or pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2 or 2 pi, because here we have the functions tan x and cot x. So let us take the first quadrant. X lies between 0 to pi by 2. So f of x will be equal to signum sin x. Sin x will be sin x, all trigonometric ratios. Sin x, cos x, tan x, cot x, all are greater than 0. So you'll get 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Next one, x lies between pi by 2 to pi. So here sin x is positive and remaining terms they are negative. So what we are getting, signum of sin x, it is equal to 1, signum of cos x minus 1 minus 1 minus 1. Next, in the interval pi to 3 pi by 2. In the interval pi to 3 pi by 2, both the tan x and cot x positive, so plus 1 you will get. Sin x and cos x both are negative, so you will get minus 1 minus 1. In the interval 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. Okay, in this interval only cos x is positive, remaining trigonometric ratios they are negative, right? So you will get minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 minus 1. So what are the values we are getting? Here we are getting 4, here we are getting minus 2, here we are getting 0, here we are getting minus 2. So in the interval of 2 pi, what are the values we are getting? 0, okay, minus 2 we are getting, and 4 also we are getting. So in the interval of 2 pi, I am finding the range, and this is a periodic function. So I can say here the range of this function, we are getting distinct values, right? Minus 2, 0 and 4. This is the range. So the answer is 2. B option is the right answer. Next, I am moving to the next question. So 25 power 13 plus 20 power 13 plus 8 power 13 plus 3 power 13. Okay, they're asking whether this is divisible by 7 or not. So we know one thing, that is x power n plus y power n is divisible by x plus y whenever when n is odd. This is always divisible by x plus y. So here what I will do is, I will regroup the terms. I will write 25 power 13 plus 3 power 13. Then I will write 20 power 13 plus 8 power 13. So here we have this form, x power n plus y power n. It is divisible by x plus y. So it is divisible by 25 plus 3 means it is divisible by 28. And here we have x power n plus y power n is divisible by x plus y. So it is divisible by 28. So here both these terms are divisible by 28 means I can say the whole term is divisible by 28 or divisible by 7. So statement 1, it is correct. Next one, we have to find the integral value of 7 plus 4 root 3 power 25. We have to check whether it is an odd number or even number. Okay, integral value. So we have 7 plus 4 root 3 whole power. So let us see the exponent. 7 plus 4 root 3 whole power 25. Okay. So let 7 plus 4 root 3 power whole power 7 plus 4 root 3 whole power 25. It is equal to I plus F. Okay. Where I is integral part and F is fractional part. You know that what is fractional part means always it lies between 0 to 1. Okay, so here I will write 7 minus 4 root 3 whole power 25 also. Okay, 7 minus 4 root 3 whole power 25, it is this number 7 minus 4 root 3, it lies between 0 to 1. So I can write this as some term f, again it lies between 0 to 1. Okay, it lies between 0 to 1. 7 minus 4 root 3 whole power 25, it is equal to capital F. Here F lies between 0 to 1. So here we have two expressions, 1, 2. I will add these two equations to get rid of that, to get rid of those irrational terms. So when you add these terms, you will get 2 into 7 power 25 plus 25c2 into 7 power 23 into 4 root 3 whole square, so on. It is equal to I plus F plus capital F. So if you see the left hand side, it is an integer. It is an even integer, right? It is an even integer. On the right hand side, we have I plus F plus F. I is an integer. So here F plus F, it should be an integer. It should be an integer. So we know that small f lies between 0 to 1 and capital F also lies between 0 to 1. So F plus F, F lies between 0 to 1, capital F lies between 0 to 1. Actually here I have to write F lies between 0 to 1, it can't be 0. So F plus F always lies between 0 to 2. And we know that F plus F is an integer. That implies F plus F is equal to 1. F plus F is equal to 1 means what is I value we are getting? I is equal to, on the left hand side we have even integer. Even integer F plus F is 1. Even integer minus 1. So it is an odd integer. So the integral part of 7 plus 4 root 3 whole power 25, integral part is odd integer. So let us check the options. So integral value of 7 plus 4 root 3 whole power 25, it is an odd number. So it is correct. So here statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 is also correct. So both the statements are correct.
Let's move to physics.
Hello students, so let's discuss some more questions of physics of today's evening session. So the first question that we have here is from sound waves. We have two tuning forks, they are producing 8 beats in 2 seconds when they are sounded together. When the tuning fork A is waxed, the number of beat becomes 4 in 2 seconds, that is the number of beat is 2. We need to find the frequency of tuning fork A and the frequency of tuning fork B is given to us. So let's solve this question. Let's say the tuning fork A has higher frequency and tuning fork B has a lower frequency. So this is A, this is B. This diagram is representing A is having higher frequency, B is having lower frequency. The frequency of B is already known to me, it is 380. The frequency of A I need to know, they are producing 8 bit in 2 seconds. So if 8 bit in 2 seconds are produced, that means in 1 second 4 bits are produced. So frequency of tuning for A can be 4 second higher or 4 second lower. So it can be 384, or frequency of A can be lower also, so it can be 376. Now in the question one more information is given to us that when A is waxed, the number of bit becomes 4 in 2, that is 2 bits. So if the tuning for A is waxed and already suppose it is having lower frequency, the frequency will further reduce. If the frequency of tuning for A is higher, then it is reduced, and we can see the beat frequency, that is the gap in frequency, is reduced in this condition. So, whenever a tuning fork is waxed, we know this idea, this concept, then the frequency of the tuning fork is reduced. Because of that, if I reduce the frequency of tuning fork A, I should see lesser beats per second, that is the gap of frequency should reduce. So, for that to happen, I can see from the diagram the frequency of tuning fork A has to be 384. So, the best answer of this question is option 2. Let us go to the next question. In this question, they are asking the angular frequency of oscillations of the system given in which two masses are connected with help of a spring. This is a very standard, very basic type of question that you already have seen in your working. So, this type of question, the angular frequency of system is given by root k by m. Here for the two block system, I am going to take as reduced mass. Mass is I am going to take as reduced mass. K given is 150 and reduced mass will be product of masses will be 3 into 2 divided by sum of masses, which will be 5. So, I have to divide that, so it will go in numerator. Now, if you just solve this expression, you can get the answer very quickly. It is 5 root 5. You can solve, this 3, this will be 50, 50 into 5 by 2, that is this is 555 inside in multiplication, that is going to be 5 root 5 in multiplication. Let us go to the next question. The next question is again a very easy question. It is based on the properties of material and waves. We have a metallic bar in which wave velocity is 400 meter per second, and this metallic bar's properties are changed. The Young's modulus of the metallic bar is increased by 1% and the density is also changed by 0.5%. We know that velocity of the sound wave in metallic bar is given by root over Young's modulus by density. So, if there is a change in the Young's modulus and density, there has to be corresponding change in the velocity. Delta V by V should be, by this expression I can write delta Y by Y plus delta rho by rho. Sorry, there should be a minus sign because rho is in denominator. So, if I use this expression, Young's modulus is changed by 1 minus density is changed by 0.5% and this is percent. So, I will divide by 100 also. So, the change that I am observing is 1 by 400. The velocity change by original velocity, which is 400, is 1 by 400, that means velocity change is 1 meter per second. So, if the initial velocity is 4 and change is 1, the final velocity V final has to be delta V plus original velocity, that should be 401. So, best answer is option number 3. The next question is from heat and thermodynamics. Here we are provided with a PV graph and they are asking the work done. There are two options with negative sign, two options with positive sign. So, we need to check the sign of work done also. If we see the graph, the first step volume is same, but the pressure is decreasing. In the second step, volume is increasing. So, there will be positive work here, but there is a negative work in this cycle. So, overall, because this negative work done is going to be more, it is higher in area, the overall work done will be negative. Just by looking at this cycle direction, we can find out work has to be negative. So, two options are eliminated. The option 1 and option 3 are wrong. Now, to calculate the exact work done, I will calculate the area of this cycle. This is a triangular loop. The area will be half base into height. Base is this length, which is nothing but 2 meter cube. Height is this is Newton per meter square. In SI unit, the change here is 100. So, you can see this is going to be 100, 2 get cancel 100 and there should be negative sign, which we have already discussed. So, the best answer is option number 2. The next question is from electromagnetic wave. Again, this is a standard type of electromagnetic wave question. The electric field in the medium is given as 54 sin kz minus omega t I cap and they are asking the corresponding magnetic field. We know the amplitude of magnetic field and amplitude of electric field are related with speed of light. E naught by B naught is C, so B naught is E naught by C. Electric field amplitude is 54 and speed of light is 3 by 10 power 8, 3 into 10 power 8. So, this will be 18 into 10 power minus 8. So, numerical value of the magnetic field has to be 18 into 10 power minus 8, that is not in option 2 and option 4. Two options are there which can be correct. But the electric field and magnetic field have same phase. The electric field wave here have phase of kz minus omega t. So, I should have the same phase here. So, just by looking at this I can get the answer is 1. Let us check the direction of magnetic field also. We know electric field, magnetic field direction and wave propagation direction. Wave propagation direction I am going to represent by C vector. They follow cyclic law. The electric field direction in the question is given in I cap. magnetic field direction is unknown and the wave propagation direction is given as k cap because it is propagating in z direction. So, we can see for this cyclic law to be followed, magnetic field has to be in j direction, which is already given in option 1. So, this is our correct answer. Thank you.
Now, moving to chemistry.
So students, let's continue with more questions on today's paper, 28th January, second shift. So this is the question on the screen. We have to match isostructural species. So we know that XeO3, we have Xe double bonded to oxygen and there must be one lone pair. So it must be sp3 hybridized and it must be pyramidal. And XeF2, it has to be like Xe fluorine, and there must be more 4 lone pairs, and thus it has to be linear. And coming on to the XeO2F2. So Xe double bond O, fluorine with lone pair, and there are like 4 sigma and 1 lone pair. That means it has to be seesaw shaped molecule. And next is XeOF4, and this has to be Xe double bond O, fluorine, and fluorine, and obviously there must be 1 lone pair still on this, and which means it has to be 4 plus 1, 5 sigma and 1 lone pair, and thus its shape must be square pyramidal. Okay, now coming to the next column, column 2, let me just take some space. So in column 2 we have BrF5, and BrF5, it has to be 5 sigma bonds around bromine and 1 lone pair, and that means it is square pyramidal. It has to be square pyramidal. And coming to ammonia, that is nitrogen with 3 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair, it has to be pyramidal. And I3 minus, a very standard example, linear. And SF4 sulfur having 4 sigma bonds with 1 lone pair, that has to be seesaw, and thus the correct matching would be XeO2F2 and SF4, means C will match with S, and XeO3, which is pyramidal, will match with ammonia, that is Q, that means A will match with Q, and then our XeF2 linear will match with I3 minus, and therefore that has to be B with R. And coming to the last one, XeOF4, which is square pyramidal, will match with the BrF5P. So D has to match with P, and that is there in option 1. A, Q, B, R, C, S, D, P. So this is the first question, and this is the I think the final answer for this question. A very good coverage of concept of like structures and shapes of the molecules. Let's move to the next question. So this is from coordination complexes. We have to identify diamagnetic species among the following. So the first one, it is manganese plus 2 with weak field ligand, and second one is copper plus 2 with weak field ligand again, and third is nickel plus 2 with strong field ligand, and fourth is nickel plus 2 with again weak field ligand. Now we know very well nickel plus 2 with strong field ligand. Nickel is as such 3d8 4s2, and nickel plus 2 has to be 3d8, and because it's strong field ligand, the 8 electrons get paired up and creating the vacancy in the d subshell, and thus it undergoes dsp2 hybridization, and therefore nickel plus 2 with strong field ligand, that is NiCN4 2 minus, should be the one where all the electrons are paired up, and thus this has to be the diamagnetic complex. Let's take next question. Right, this is from organic chemistry, and here the question says the correct statement about NO2 group is. So NO2 is, first option, ring deactivating in electrophilic substitution. I think it's a very basic question. Like when you say that ring is, I mean benzene is undergoing the electrophilic substitution reactions, ring must be electron rich, and NO2 if present will deactivate the ring by withdrawing the electrons towards itself. Therefore, A is definitely a right statement. Now, B statement, ring activating in electrophilic substitution, just the opposite of A, so this has to be wrong. And activating for aromatic nucleophilic substitution in aryl halides. Now, aryl halides means if there is any halogen, and we know very well if we have to convert this into, let's say, phenol, it has to be treated with almost very harsh conditions like high temperature and pressure fused NaOH. But if you bring in one NO2 into this, the reaction can be done at around a temperature of 180 degrees Celsius with the normal atmospheric pressure. And if you bring in one more NO2, it becomes much more easier, because we are inviting the nucleophile to attack on the benzene, and NO2 is going to create that drive for the nucleophile to approach. And therefore, C must be right statement, activating for aromatic nucleophilic substitution. And D is obviously wrong, and therefore it has to be A and C, that is 1. Let's take one more question. So again, one good question from coordination complexes: scandium plus 3, Cr plus 2, Mn plus 3, Co plus 3. Isoelectronic species are N. This part is very easy. Cr plus 2 and Mn plus 3, they must have same number of electrons, so these two are isoelectronic. So these two are isoelectronic, N value is 2. And now it says that N moles of AgCl is obtained, which means 2 moles of AgCl is obtained when you treat COEN2NH3Cl3. Now this is treated with some silver salt, I mean AgNO3, and we got 2 moles of AgCl, and that has to be CO En taken twice, NH3, Cl, and there has to be 2 Cls outside to give that 2 AgCl precipitates. So this must be the complex. Fine, we got the complex. Now anyway, this is CO plus 3 complex with strong field ligands, En and ammonia. So CO plus 3, that is D6, and strong field octahedral complex, and so this has to be T2G6 and EG0, and we are asked to calculate the number of T2G electrons, and therefore for this question 6 must be the right answer. Next one, the alpha particle and proton are accelerated in a discharge tube under same potential difference. Okay, this is from atomic structure, and here the question is relating the de Broglie wavelength with potential difference. And so straight away we'll start with the formula: lambda is equal to h upon root 2 mqv, where v is potential difference, q is charge, m is mass, h is the constant, lambda is the wavelength. So now we are comparing here lambda of proton with lambda of alpha particle. So the h value, I mean h2 and v, they're all going to be common. So we can rewrite it as m of the proton, q of proton upon m of alpha, q of alpha under root. So this must be the simplified the relationship between this lambda of proton and the lambda of alpha. So we are comparing here de Broglie wavelength of proton and alpha. Now the information given to us is the de Broglie wavelength of proton is x root 2 times. So proton is x root 2 times. So I'll write x root 2 equal to, so this ratio is given to us. This is x times root 2, and here m of proton, m of alpha. So this has to be 1 by 4, and this has to be proton has charge 1 unit, and oh, just a minute, a small mistake. It has to be lambda of alpha by lambda of proton, right? So this has to be 1 by x root 2, and now q of proton 1, q of alpha, this has to be 2, so it's under root. Now the straightforward relationship is x times root 2 is equal to 2 times root 2, and therefore x has to be 2. So this has to be, the final value of x has to be 2, right? So we'll catch up with more questions soon. Take care. Bye bye.
Let's see some other questions from mathematics.
Good evening, dear student. Now today is 20th January, the second shift paper. Now the question is next. This question is the differential equation questions, and look at this differential equation question. Linear differential equation question is there, and easily visible. And some informations y of pi by 2 is equal to pi by 2, that will help to find the constant term. First arrange this differential equations, linear differential equation format, divide by x, so it will come dy by dx plus minus 1 by x into y divided by x. So right hand side will left x into cot x, where x is from 0 to pi, right? So the integrating factor is, find integrating factor, e to the power minus 1 by x dx, that will come e to the power minus log x base e. So is 1 by x will come integrating factor. So according to the result, y into integrating factor 1 by x is equal to, is the q is now x into cot x into cot x into integrating factor dx, and put a constant term c. So y by x is equal to, x is cancelled, and the antiderivative of cot x is log sin x base e, and is plus c. So further we can write y is equal to x into ln sin x plus cx. And one information is given, x is pi by 2, then y is also, the curve is passing through the point pi by 2 comma pi by 2. So put here pi by 2, pi by 2. So ln 1 will come, so is 0 will come, and c into pi by 2. Pi by 2 is cancelled from both sides, then constant term now c is equal to 1 will come, right? Now what we have to is finally is f of x came, the functions f of x, y is denoted by f of x into ln sin x plus c is 1, right? This functions came. So what will come here is the f of pi by 6, f of pi by 6 will come pi by 6 ln, right? This is the sin pi by 6 is half plus pi by 6. Simplify now, pi by 6, this is the ln half, so minus ln 2 will come into minus ln 2 plus pi by 6 will come. Now f of pi by 4, put here pi by 4, so is pi by 4 ln 1 by root 2 will come plus pi by 4. So now simplify it, what will come, ln 1 by root 2 is equal to minus ln root 2 is equal to minus ln 2 by 2 will come. So here is pi by 4 minus ln 2 by 2 plus pi by 4. Now write it into the total, we have to find this one, we will multiply by 6. So after multiplying 6, here it will come minus ln 2 into pi, multiply by 6, pi will left. Now multiply by minus 8 here, so minus 8 minus minus, that will be the plus, right? So ln 2 into pi will come, and 8 here, so 2 pi will come, right? Minus 8, so minus 2 pi will come. So these two terms are cancelled, right? This term, so total is minus pi will come. So our correct answer is minus pi. Now the next question, this is the very known concept, came earlier in also IIT JEE, right? So the one functions, this is the x, plot the graph of y is equal to x by 1 plus modulus of x in the real number. Domain is real number because denominator is never 0. And this is the rational functions. Denominator is also the linear polynomial, but modulus is there, so is always defined. And what kind of graph will come, and the function is odd also, the symmetrical about origin, and curve will pass through the origin. If x will approaches to plus infinity, then infinity by infinity indeterminate form, so the y will approaches to 1, so that kind of curve will come. So is always strictly increasing, so is always 1 1. So the functions is 1 1. So first option is correct one. Come for the second options. Second option is also given in the R to R is there, real number to real number. And one more thing, the denominator is, look at the denominator, is a perfect square, right? X square minus 8x plus 18. This is the x minus 4 whole square plus 2 is coming, right? 4 is 16 plus 2 18 will come. So this is also the rational functions, and rational functions, and here domain of this rational function is always real number. So what kind of graph will come here? Plot, observe the nature of the graph. So denominator is x square minus 8x plus 18, right? In the numerator, write the denominator in this format. First write x square minus 8x plus 18, and then write 4 will left here, right? So 4, so here write the 12x, and here is minus 30 will come. So write here minus 48. From the 48, the right, if 18 will subtract, then 30 will left. So rearrange it now. Y is equal to, this is the, separate it now. This is 1 plus, and 12 is common. So x minus 3 will come. X minus, sorry, if I will take 12 common, then x minus 4 will come, right? And in the denominator is x square minus 8x plus 18 is there, right? And 1 is added. So consider these functions. First we will plot the graph of this function, and 1 is constant, and constant term does not decide the nature of the graph. Constant term decide only the relative position of the graph with respect to x-axis. So adding 1, then the graph will be shifted 1 unit up, right? Then 1 1 or many 1, that will be not decided by the constant term, because graph is shifting up and down only. Relative position with x-axis will change. So what kind of graph will come these functions? If I take this function is, this is the another f of x is equal to 12 into x minus 4 divided by x square minus 8x plus 18. The graph of nature will come like at 4 it will become 0, right? And here x approaches to here is infinite, then y will approaches to 0. The reason is because the rational functions degree of denominator is 2, numerator is 1, and f, so infinity indeterminate form, infinity by infinity will come when x approaches to infinity, and degree of denominator is larger than numerator, so it will approaches to 0. So somewhere here maxima will come, and then is here minima will come. This kind of graph will come, these functions, and 1 is added here. So one graph will be shifted 1 unit up. So the horizontal line will intersect the graph more than once, therefore the function is many 1. It means both of the statement are correct. So option second is the correct answer. Now the question number, this is the very good question. This is the very good questions, but idea is very old, but format is the new. Here x to the power here is given 2 by theta is there, right? So we can write here x square to the power, exponent is 1 by theta. What will happen? Look the nature. Theta is approaches to 0. If theta is approaches to 0, then 1 by theta will approaches to infinity, right? So but what about the x, right? So there are 3 possibility, either x square, consider 3 probability, x square, their magnitude is 1, x square is greater than 1, or x square is equal to 1. Means here you can say is mod x is equal to 1. Here you can say mod x is greater than 1. In that case you can say mod x is less than 1. What will happen in that case? If theta is approaches to 0, then x to the power, in that case x to the power 2 by theta, right, means x square whole to the power 1 by theta, you can say. What will happen in that case? Right, theta approaches 0, then 1 by theta is approaches to infinite, so that will become 0 will come. In that case 0 will come, right? It will approaches to 0. So in that case, x square to whole to the power 1 by theta. So base is greater than 1 now. So that will approaches to plus infinite. Right? In that case, x square to the power 1 by theta, that is always 1 will come. So write these functions now. F of x is equal to, right here, is equal to, here write mod x exactly 1 or greater than 1, mod x is equal to 1 and mod x less than 1. If it is mod x less than 1, then this term is coming 0, this term will come 0, will become 0, and then functions will left cos pi x by 1 will left. In that case, mod x is 1, right? So this will become, then functions will left cos pi x minus sine of x minus 1 divided by 1 plus sine of x minus 1 will left. And the first case, when mod x greater than 1, mod x greater than 1, so this will approaches to infinite. So divide by this factor in the numerator and denominator. So in that case, it will left minus of sine of x minus 1 by sine of x minus 1. So that will come exactly minus 1 will come. Right, and if you will check, then again rewrite the functions. Again you have to write the functions f of x here, x less than minus 1, so here minus 1 will come, x exactly minus 1, exactly minus 1 put here, at exactly minus 1, here is cos of pi, cos of minus theta is minus cos theta, so minus 1 will come and minus 1, then plus sine 2 will come and is minus again 1 minus sine 2 will come. Again this is coming minus 1 is coming, right? And take here x greater than, this is x less than minus 1, so x greater than minus 1, 2 plus 1. So that case is, right, that case will come here, cos of minus again is 1 minute, again is, again we will write this is the 1 minute. So less than, right, just check it here what will come, minus 1, x is exactly minus 1, right, exactly minus 1, so this will fall in this case exactly minus 1, then minus 1 minus is plus 2 and cos of minus 1, right, so is minus will come 1 and minus 1 is 2 is okay, right. So this is also minus 1 will come because order is different. The third case is x greater than minus 1, so this minus 1 to plus 1, so here is also, right, sorry, okay, here is minus 1 is coming, we don't have a space, we go on the next space, first we discuss the next questions, then we will come again back. So then an ellipse has the center 1 comma 2 and one of the focus is at 3 comma minus 2 and one of the vertex is at 5 comma, this is the very easy questions, right. The ellipse has the center 1 comma minus 2, so 1 comma minus 2 is the ellipse center 1 comma minus 2, and look at the observation is here, the focus, one of the focus is 3 comma minus 2, so their ordinates are same, right, minus 2 minus 2, 3 comma minus 2 one of the focus, 3 comma minus 2 one of the focus, so another focus will come just opposite directions, right, here 2 unit came right, then come 2 unit left, so 2 unit left, minus 1 comma minus 2 will come. One more information is given, vertex is saying 5 comma 2, vertex is 5 comma minus 2, sorry, so how much distance we came from the center here, 4 unit came here, right, 4 unit. So this is the, so how much, a is equal to 4 came, and distance between two foci is, how much distance between two foci, minus 1, distance between two foci is 2 AE is equal to 4 unit is given, right. So A is equal to how much, 2 unit, then E is equal to 2 by 4 is equal to half unit came. So length of lattice rectum, so length of lattice, first write the B square, another write B square is equal to A square into 1 minus E square, the relation between major axis, minor axis and eccentricity of the hyperbola, right. So therefore the B square will come right? B square, A square is right, A square is, here is the 16, 1 minus E square, so 1 by 4 will come, and B square is equal to 16 into 4 minus 1, right, then 16 into 3 by 4 is equal to 12 will come. So asking the length of the latest rectum. So this is the transformations, not the standard equation of the ellipse, but the length of latest rectum decided by the major axis, minor axis, right? So major axis, so the horizontal, okay, major axis along the horizontal line and minor axis is along the vertical line. So what will come? 2b square by a. Length of latest rectums 2, b square is 12 by a is 4. So after cancellations 3, the 6 will be the answer. Thank you.
Let's see some other questions from mathematics.
Hi everyone, here we have a question on conics. We have a question on ellipse and hyperbola, and here the ellipse equation is x square by 144 plus y square by 169 is equal to 1. So here b is greater than a, so here we have the major axis as y-axis. So here I will find the eccentricity of this ellipse. So here a is equal to, so here a is equal to, a square is equal to 144 and b square is equal to 169. Here the major axis is y-axis. So here first I will find the value of e. E square is equal to b square minus a square by b square. So it is equal to 169 minus 144 by 169. So it is 25 by 169. So here the eccentricity value is equal to 5 by 13, right? And next, here both ellipse and hyperbola, they have the same focus. So I will find the focus of ellipse also. Focus of ellipse is 0 comma plus or minus BE. It is the focus, right? Here the major axis is y-axis. So it is equal to 0 comma plus or minus 13 into 5 by 13. So this is equal to 0 comma plus or minus 5. This is the focus. And here the hyperbola and ellipse both have the same focus, and here the hyperbola, it is a conjugate hyperbola. So here the equation is x square by 16 minus y square by lambda square is equal to minus 1. Is equal to minus 1 means here we have the conjugate hyperbola. So here I will find the focus of this hyperbola. So here the focus of this hyperbola is, it is for the normal hyperbola, focus is root of a square plus b square comma 0. And for this hyperbola, this is a conjugate hyperbola, so it will be like this. It will be like this, and here the focus will be equal to 0 comma plus or minus root of a square plus b square. That means we have 16 plus lambda square, right? And here both have the same focus. So I can equate root of 16 plus lambda square is equal to 5. Lambda square is equal to 25 minus 16. So lambda is equal to plus or minus 3. So lambda is equal to plus or minus 3 means here the equation we are getting for hyperbola x square by 16 minus y square by, so what is the value of lambda we are getting? 3. So lambda square is 9 by 9 is equal to minus 1. So here I will find the eccentricity. So e square will be equal to a square plus b square by b square, not a square, because this is a conjugate hyperbola. E square is equal to a square plus b square by b square. So 16 plus 9 by 9, which is equal to 25 by 9. So E is equal to, we are getting 5 by 3, and they have asked a latest rectum length also. So length of latest rectum, it is equal to 2a square by b, not 2b square by a. The reason is here we have conjugate hyperbola. So 2 into 16 by b is 3. So 32 by 3. So what is the question they are asking? Value of 24 into E plus L. 24 into E plus L. So 24 into 5 by 3 plus 32 by 3. So it is equal to 8 into 32 plus 5, 37. So 37 into 8, 8 sevens 56, 24 plus 5. So it is 296. So here the answer we are getting is 296, 24 into E plus L. Next one, here we have question on probability. We have a question on random variable x 4k 2 by 15. X is taking the values 4k, 30k by 7, 32k by 7, 34k by 7, 36k by 7 up to 6k, and p of x is equal to 2 by 15, 1 by 15, 2 by 15, and we have 1 by 5 which is equal to 3 by 15, 1 by 15. So here they have given E of x. E of x means mean. So let us recall the formula of mean. It is sigma xi into P of xi. It is equal to 263 by 15. So xi means, look here, 4k means I can write it as 28k by 7. 6k means I can write it as 42k by 7. So sigma xi means I can write like this: 28k by 7 into 2 by 15 plus 30k by 7 into 2 by 15, so on up to 42k by 7 into 1 by 15. It is equal to 263 by 15. So here I will take out the term 1 by 15 into 7. I will take out 1 by 15 into 7, and 2 also I will take out. Okay, 2 into, then what we are getting, 2 into 28 plus 28 into 1 plus 28. I am taking out 2 in the numerator, so we are getting 30. Okay, next one 30k by 7, next one 34k by 7 into 3 by 15. We are taking out, or I will take out k also common. So 2k by 15 into 7. So we are getting 28 plus 30. Next one we are getting 17 into 3, which is equal to 51. Next term 51 plus, like this I will add the terms 28 plus 30 plus 51. Next term what you will get, 28 into k by 7 plus 2 by 15 plus 42k by 7, so on. Here there are many terms. Next term we will get 36k by here. Next term is 36k by 7 into 1 by 15. So here I am taking out 2k by 7 into 15. So I will write 18. So here you add the terms. Sum of these terms, it is equal to 263 by 15. 263 by 15. So 28, 30, 51, 18. Next one, what we are getting is 38. Next one, here we are taking out 2k by 15. So I will write it as 3 by 15. So 2k by 15 into 7, it is 60. So I will add these terms. Next one, it is 42k. So I am taking out 2k by 15 into 7. So here 21. Now you add all these terms. Okay, I have added all these terms just a few minutes ago. So the answer I was getting is 2k by 15 into 7. Here when I added all these terms, I was getting 263 into 263 is equal to 263 by 15. So 263 gets cancelled out, and k is equal to 7 by 2. So k is equal to 7 by 2 we are getting. They are asking p of x less than or equal to 20. Okay, p of x less than or equal to 20 means, here if I write k is equal to 7 by 2, here I am getting 20 and here I am getting 21. They are asking p of x less than or equal to 20. So I will take the complement p of x less than or equal to 20 means I can write 1 minus p of x is equal to 21. There is only one term. of x which is greater than 20. So 1 minus p of x is equal to 21. So 1 minus, so here 6k means it is equal to 21. So what is the corresponding probability? We are getting a 1 by 15. So 1 minus 1 by 15 which is equal to 14 by 15. So here the answer is 4. 4 is the answer.